It's way too early for that.
Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto, you know, if you need a vet for your pet, who do you go to?
Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto.
Where?
Cinema Vet.
Yeah, that's where you go.
That's it.
Absolutely. You know where Stonefire is?
I do. Yeah, of course I do.
Hey, well, it's the same street, man.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Get together.
I can't with you.
Dr. Jaimie, how are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Don't mind our bickering. Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto, yay, she's in studio. I love when she's here. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I was thinking, if we have new listeners all the time because of the FM, coming up to a year being FM, and we have new listeners who may or may not know who you are.
Sure.
So I thought, why not give them a little bit of insight and where you came from, your journey to being a vet, and you obviously, I guess the first thing is you obviously like animals. I'm thinking
that's important.
That's important right off the bat.
Yes.
But where in your life? When you were 4 years old, did you think this was going to happen? Or did it happen, in college? Give us a little bit of your journey so we can understand you, because I now know you extremely well. I would completely trust you with any pet I would ever have ever in life and recommend you highly. But maybe our listeners don't know you. So I want them to get to know you. When and where did it all start?
Yeah, I mean, I think like most veterinarians, I've had a love of animals my entire life. Did I know at age of 4 that I wanted to be a vet? I don't know. I kind of always knew I wanted to do something with animals. So whether that was, marine biology or zookeeping or veterinary medicine, it was always going to be something in that realm. And I think it was more towards the end of high school and then into college that I really kind of narrowed it down to veterinary medicine. As what I wanted to do. So I went to UC Davis for undergrad, majored in biology, and got a really good baseline, base work for to prepare me, and certainly had several jobs working in the veterinary field as vet assistants and technicians, and even doing some kennel work, and just to kind of get my feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really important for anybody that wants to go into this field. It's not everything that you think it is until you really get in there and see kind of the nitty gritty of what it is. So I had several jobs doing that, still really loved it, and definitely knew that that's what I wanted to do.
The education you need for becoming a vet, because this is where this completely blows my mind every time I think about it. You're a doctor, but but what kind of education first? How long, first of all?
So you have 4 years of undergrad
Mm-hmm.
to get your Bachelor of Science,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do 4 years of vet school to become a DVM. Many people after that then do a residency if they know they want to specialize in something, or they may do an internship, a year-long internship right after,
Mm-hmm.
Before going into private practice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically, it's medical school.
It's medical
it's
school.
the same as human medical school, and we are learning about several different species rather than just one. So a lot
But
goes
see,
into it.
that's the part that blows my mind. I started out by saying the thing about you and other veterinarians, you can't ask them where it hurts.
Right.
You can't ask an animal where it hurts. You can kind of maybe, hear a whimper if you touch in a place.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you're going to get. That's it. You'll hear a cry or a whimper or a limp, and
Right.
then you have to figure it out. That part blows my mind, because I can tell you my shoulder hurts. I was on the treadmill, I lifted a weight, and that's what happened.
Right.
I'm giving the doctor 50% of, and then help me, right?
Right.
You don't get that. So where do you even start when someone brings an animal who is hurting, and where do you go? Where do you start?
So getting a really good history from the owner is really important, because as you said, we can't talk to the pet. They can't tell us what's going on. So having someone there that really knows the pet well and knows what's normal for them, so then they can see what's abnormal, even if it's subtle, that's always helpful. And then certainly knowing a lot about animal behavior helps. So even if the owner is unsure of what's going on or doesn't know, being able to then hone in on that animal and knowing what's abnormal behavior, signs of pain, signs of, subtle signs of illness, signs of aging or senility, those are all important things to hone in on.
So the research and the history from the parent of the, I say parent, of the animal.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a parent.
Sure. You're a pet parent.
Right?
Yep.
Is extremely important. So we should we should do our part, keep good records, files on their vaccinations, any type of illness that we knew about, any medications they've had in the past that maybe didn't agree with them. We should keep something and do our part just like we would with us, right?
It's really helpful to us. So, having someone that knows the pet be there for the exam is really important. For all of those reasons. I have had some times where maybe the owner can't bring the animal in, so they have a friend or another family member, and then, oh, well, I'm not the owner, I don't know. So then that makes it even harder because we're going on very, very little information, and then our good physical exam hopefully will give us more information
so
too.
If you have, a substitute bringing the pet into the doctor, make sure you brief them, or at least send a file or a note, something.
Notes are nice.
Nicer note.
Yes.
Yeah, notes are nice as well. I'm going to put you on the spot here because I want to hear if possibly in medical school, was there any kind of funny story that just sticks out over those 8 years that you remember, either something silly that happened or something turned out really great after you thought maybe it was going down the wrong road? Do you have any funny kind of stories for us?
Wow.
I know, I'm putting you on the spot.
I don't know. I mean, one thing that comes to mind was, so I do small animal medicine, right? But in school, you need to learn everything. So we still, even though I knew I wanted to do dogs and cats and little critters, you still need to go into the large animal realm. So I still took large animal medicine, large animal surgery, farm animal, ambulatory, and all of those things. And so I tried to stick with the smaller of the farm animals if I could, because I'm only 5'2", so big cows and horses sometimes can be intimidating. So I try to get the goats and the pigs and the little guys. But on one farm call, we were vaccinating a ton of dairy cows. And I remember the clinician that was with us, so there's supposedly this trick for cows that if you pull their tail up right over the back of their back, that they won't kick you. That's what I kept being. Well, they won't kick you. They can't kick you. I still got kicked, and I thought that my arm was broken. It hurt so bad, and I'm trying to be so brave for this clinician who's really kind of a badass with, large animals. I don't like cows. No. They're a little bit scary.
You have a little bit of PTSD with the cow.
I do.
What a great story.
They're just... I can't read them. Horses you can read better. That they let you know what's going on. Cows just go off and kick you.
What a great story. The shoulder's healed. I'm taking it. You look great.
Oh yeah, I was fine. Nothing. It just was really sore, and it was more the shock and surprise of it because she was the one they call it jacking the tail. So she was the one jacking the tail up. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
You're not fine.
I was not fine.
Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto, great story. I hope we, probably let the listeners in on a little bit of who you are and how funny you are, how just gentle with the animals, and just all around great person and great vet. If you want to go to Cinema Vet, it's on Cinema Drive. I think Kyle and I covered this before. If you know where, Stonefire is, Cinema Drive. Phone number, where's the best place to reach you?
Yeah, phone number is 661-253-9300.
If you need one, she's the best. Go to her.
Thank you.
Dr. Jaimie, thank you so much. What a great time I had with you today.
Thank you.
Beep, 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 beep. Go!
All righty, let's just...